Two people dead in a shooting spree in Banning, and tonight new details about the accused gunman.
And a car crash wipes out multiple power poles in Palm Springs, knocking out power and shutting down a busy roadway. The power's back on, but when will traffic return to normal?
An Escort is robbed in Palm Springs, but now more questions. Did you know that One Valley City actually licenses Escorts? You ask, we investigate.
You're watching KMIR-TV Palm Springs, where the news comes first. KMIR News starts now.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us for this special edition of the KMIR News. I'm Gino Lamont.
And I'm Janet Zapala. And we begin the news tonight with investigators still trying to figure out what sparked a deadly shooting spree in Banning.
But tonight there are new details emerging. KMIR's Thalia Hayden joins us now with the very latest. Thalia.
Gino, Janet, this shooting spree has rocked what is normally a tranquil community. 2 are dead, 2 others injured. Police say they still don't know why the gunman went on this rampage, but they have identified him as 35-year-old James Paul Diaz. Now, this all began around 11 a.m. on Saturday. Police say Diaz began driving around town, shooting randomly at people. A driver in one car was killed and the passenger was injured. Police say a second person in close proximity was also killed. One victim has been identified as 66-year-old Paul Joey Lesh. The name of the other victim is being withheld until family members are notified. About 45 minutes after the shooting spree, Diaz was spotted in Beaumont. Police say he was knocking on doors as if asking anyone if they had seen his children. Beaumont police eventually captured Diaz during a traffic stop and arrested him.
You always see these press releases and you hear about it in big cities, and you always get into that comfort zone where it'll never happen here. But you know, now you can see that it doesn't matter whether you live in a large city or if you live in a small town like Banning. You know, crime is crime, and it's going to occur. It doesn't matter where you are.
Police say Diaz is not connected to any of his victims. Again, no word on a motive yet, and police have not released a picture of Diaz. He is being held without bail at the Banning jail on 2 counts of murder with malice, using a firearm to commit great bodily injury, attempted murder, and assault with a deadly weapon. Gino, back to you.
All right, thank you, Thalia. Car crash closes a busy Palm Springs road for more than a day. It started when a car hit several utility poles on Ramon Road near Cerritos Drive. More than 9,000 people lost power. Tonight, only a few dozen are still waiting for power to return from Southern California Edison. Ramon Road was closed between Farrell Drive and Sunrise Way while the repairs were done. The driver was not hurt and blamed the crash on mechanical issues. And a deadly accident in Cathedral City may be alcohol related. Police say a 57-year-old man was riding his bicycle along Cathedral Village East and Ramon Road Saturday morning when he suddenly veered into traffic. He was then hit by a passing pickup truck. The man was taken to the hospital, but he did not survive. Police believe the cyclist was under the influence of alcohol at the time. The truck driver stopped and is cooperating with police. 2 Riverside County deputies are on leave tonight after shooting a suspect. KMIR's Angela Monroe joins us now to tell us how it all unfolded. Angela.
Gino, the sheriff's department says they shot a man in Thermal after he pointed a gun at officers Saturday morning. Deputies say around 2 a.m. there was a 911 call for help about shots fired in a domestic violence incident near Avenue 70 and Polk Street in Thermal. Deputies began checking several residences, and then at a home on Fillmore Street, a man stepped out of the home holding a shotgun and, according to deputies, pointed it at them after they identified themselves as peace officers. Deputies shot the man. He was taken to the hospital, and his injuries are not believed to be life-threatening. No deputies were injured. Per department policy, the officers involved are on administrative leave. I'm Angela Monroe, KMIR News.
All right, Angela. Thank you so much for that. Time now for our first look at the weather.
And KMIR News Chief Meteorologist Ginger Jeffries joins us with her very first forecast for us. Ginger, welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you. We're all a bit tongue-tied.
It's very exciting.
You know, the only thing I can say is thank you. It's been humbling, and finally you don't have to hear those, I'm going to make the switch, because you have.
Yeah, you made it officially now.
Yes, and I can thank you for that. Hey, a gorgeous day today in the Coachella Valley. It's so nice to be back on the air and bragging about our best commodity here in the desert, our forecast. It's gorgeous outside today, nice clear skies, but alas, that allowed us to do what the desert does best, which means we were beefing up the bottom line. Temperatures today well above the normal range right now. We're still sitting in the triple-digit territory. The only good news there, at least our dew point values are low enough, so that is good news for our swamp cooler users, and it's going to be, well, day beautiful tonight. You get it? The debut, the set. All that.
Nice.
All right, we gotta wake up that studio audience. 77 degrees your overnight low tonight. We're dropping down to the comfort zone. This is a little bit above where we should be this time of the year, but that's been the theme, at least for the first couple days of fall. 104, your official high from today. Believe it or not, this time of the year we should be in the double digits. Is there any relief in sight? Notice on our satellite picture, we've got this area of low pressure. This is a developing low. It's going to kick a little bit of moisture along the coastline, but will it have any kind of impact here in the desert? We're going to talk about that coming up in my full forecast. Back to you.
Ginger, thank you for that. Well, that all too familiar Salton Sea smell of rotting eggs, well, it is back. An odor advisory issued once again for the Coachella Valley because of elevated levels of hydrogen sulfide gas in that landlocked lake. The South Coast Air Quality Management District detected the high levels on Saturday night at a monitoring station just downwind from the sea. Now, some people could experience headaches, nausea, or respiratory and nasal irritation, but those symptoms are temporary and they shouldn't cause any long-term health effects. And by the way, that advisory will be in effect until midnight tomorrow. A recent robbery of an Escort in Palm Springs now raising some questions tonight about adult businesses that operate in the city, with the police department describing the victim of that robbery as a licensed escort.
Yeah, and that kind of begged the question, who exactly is licensing escorts? KMIR's Kitty Alvarado investigated and joins us now with what she's learned. Kitty.
Well, that's right. There's a thin line between what is classified as escort services and prostitution. The city of Palm Springs makes it clear. Only one is legal, but escorts are very available. Escort services in the city of Palm Springs are readily available. All you have to do is go online and search. Instantly, you will find dozens of services offering men and women. The city says these services are legal, but the definition of an escort is clear.
An escort would be defined as anyone who falls under the definition of an adult-oriented business. Typically, what you're doing is you're paying for someone's time and nothing else.
But no sex.
Prostitution would not be permitted as part of the services offered by an escort bureau.
And you must be licensed to operate in Palm Springs. But the city says it does not license people, just something they call escort bureaus.
An escort bureau is an office where the escorts would be assigned to and anyone who would contract for their services.
While there are many companies offering escorts, only one is operating with a license in Palm Springs. The company is called Companions. The address is listed at this building on South Palm Canyon Drive. We went to the address listed and found a different business name on the door, which was locked. The city even admits it knows Companions gets all of its mail delivered to addresses in Las Vegas and Utah. Just last week, police say a licensed escort was called to meet a client at a Palm Springs hotel at around 3 in the morning. She was met by 2 armed men and robbed at gunpoint.
She did not require any medical attention, and the suspects simply got away with a purse and a cell phone.
We don't know if that woman worked for Companions. The Palm Springs Police Department says escort services are legal, but can be dangerous.
As a general safety rule, we do not recommend meeting any strangers early in morning hours in a low populated area to conduct business transactions for any profession or any gender. It's just not a safe thing to do.
And the city says selling sex under any guise is illegal.
Prostitution would not be permitted as part of the services offered by an escort bureau. Any business that is not operating within the boundaries needs to cease and desist such services.
So what about all of these Escort businesses advertising online in Palm Springs? Well, it appears they're operating illegally. Meanwhile, the Palm Springs Police Department says the 2 men who robbed the Escort last week are still on the loose. I'm Kitty Alvarado, KMIR News.
Thank you, Kitty. See, Janet, totally legal.
Totally
legal. Historic visit is now over.
Yeah, see how Pope Francis wrapped up his trip here to the United States. And a pro football player returns home to the Valley. So what's next for Palm Desert High's James Dockery?
Temperatures overnight coming down as moisture is coming in, but will we get any relief? I've got that coming up in my complete weather forecast.
During SUV season, Ford makes it easier for you to be unstoppable. Just sign and go on Ford Escape, hassle-free. Get a Ford Escape with 0 down, 0 due at signing, and 0 first month's payment during Ford's SUV Sign and Go event.
Toyota's clearance countdown is on. The time is short, but the savings are big on any new 2015 Toyota. Choose $1,500 cash back on any new 2015 Camry, or 0 APR for 60 months plus $1,000 bonus cash, or lease one for just $189 a month. But there's no time to lose. Toyota's clearance countdown ends October 5th. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
Join the millions who have already switched.
Mom switched, and now we can watch our favorite shows together on demand.
We switched.
And now we're streaming Netflix. Who knew Time Warner Cable's internet was so fast?
Switch to Time Warner Cable. For $89.99 a month, you'll get 30 meg internet, hundreds of HD channels, and unlimited calling. And if you call now, there's no risk, no contract, no catch, no kidding.
Switching was so worth it.
Get free installation, TV equipment, and Epics included. Call 1-855-WANT-TWC.
The sun has powered the Earth for over 5 billion years. In 2013, Sherry started harnessing this power by installing solar panels on her Palm Springs home. Why'd she wait so long? She wanted a solar integrator she could trust and chose Hot Purple Energy. Sherry put many companies through their paces. Hot Purple Energy checked all the boxes in bidding and then delivered more. Sherry is so pleased with Hot Purple Energy, she even agreed to star in this ad. Hot Purple Energy, solar evolved.
Be part of the kingdom. Offers available now. Land Rover, above and beyond.
Fusion with a new technology package. A reverse sensing camera, 10-speaker audio, My Ford Touch, and much more. And a lease that will surprise you. From Ford, the best-selling brand in America.
KMIR News is brought to you in part by General Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Call the General. You're watching KMIR News with Gina Lamont, Janet Zapala, and Chief Meteorologist Ginger Jeffries.
Pope Francis has wrapped up his historic visit to the United States.
Yeah, the Pontiff now on his way back to the Vatican on this final day of his U.S. visit. The Pope expressing much gratitude to hundreds of supporters and volunteers who helped to organize his stop in Philadelphia. Vice President Joe Biden and his wife met with the Pope privately today for a few minutes, and then once again as the Pope got onto his plane. And the Pontiff said the days were brief, but that his visit was filled with great grace. And just days after he was named a saint by Pope Francis, a statue of Father Junipero Serra was vandalized. The vandals also knocked over gravestones and dumped white and green paint on doors, and the words, "Saint of Genocide," was written on a stone there. Many Native Americans say Serra enslaved those who converted to Christianity and blocked their culture.
All right, lots more still to come.
Yeah, a rare show up in the skies tonight. Take a look. In fact, this is a look from earlier tonight of a lunar eclipse starting to obscure the full moon. And we're going to take a look at that, and we're also going to find out how the weather is going to enter into all of this. Is it pretty clear, Ginger?
It is a gorgeous night outside. In fact, we are the hot spot of the nation, but that's about to change. There's change in the 7-day details coming up. My complete forecast.
Freshly baked in our kitchens, McDonald's McCafe Mini Bundt Cakes, certain to be loved. And fall in love with the taste of McCafe Petite Pastries.
To navigate any map, you need a legend like Jeep Cherokee, 2015 Four-Wheeler of the Year. Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV ever. And introducing Jeep Renegade, the newest addition to the most awarded SUV lineup ever. Now get an additional $500 bonus cash. Hurry into the Jeep Celebration event. During the Jeep Celebration event, lessees of competitive vehicles purchase and get $4,500 total cash allowance on Cherokee Latitude.
What do we have here? Oh, look, we have a bunch.
Babies who are talked to from the time they're born are more likely to have a successful future. Talking and reading to children in their first years has a huge impact on what they do with the rest of their lives. The fewer words they hear, the greater their chances of dropping out of school and getting into trouble. Talk, read, sing. Your words have the power to shape their world. Learn more at first5california.com/parents.
The Volkswagen Passat Limited Edition. Dollar for dollar, it's an amazing value. Let's add up the worth of its standard features, like a rear-view camera, keyless access, heated front seats, and more.
But what really tips the scales is that you get all this value for this surprisingly low price. That's $1,200 in savings. I usually hate being on scales, but this is nice.
Hurry in and you can get 0% APR for 60 months on 2015 Passat models. Release the 2015 Passat Limited Edition for $179 a month.
Hi, I'm attorney Barry Rieger. If you've been seriously injured in an accident, you're probably wondering, what do you do? How do you handle those insurance adjusters? They're unreasonable, they're rude, you've got medical bills, you're out of work. You need to know your legal rights. Call me. There's no charge for the consultation. After we speak, you'll understand your legal rights and how I can help you. Give me a call. You have nothing to lose.
Attorney Barry Rieger. Experience you can trust.
Hand your day a McCafe. Now at McDonald's, buy one McCafe drink, get the second one free. All day Monday through Friday.
So the question is, just how rare is a lunar eclipse?
Yeah, KMIR's Dan Ball joins us now with some insight on the rarity. Dan.
Hey, Gino and Janet, you might want to head outside right now to catch this lunar eclipse during the supermoon, because if you miss it, you're going to have to wait another 18 years. And here's why. The moon is much closer to the Earth than usual. That alone makes it appear 14% bigger than normal. Now, when you throw in the eclipse, you get a pretty cool show. When the Earth blocks out the sun, it will cast that reddish-looking shadow on it, resulting in the so-called blood moon. And by the way, tonight's blood moon is the fourth and final one of 2015. Again, if you missed the super moon or lunar eclipse that's happening right now, you're not going to be able to see it again until, get this, gang, 2033. In this beautiful new studio, I'm Dan Ball. Guys, back to you.
Nice. You look great, Dan.
You guys look great.
Well, thank you. It's the Mutual Admiration Society. Nice night tonight, huh?
Indeed, it is fabulous, I'm told, though I've not been out there. KMIR News Chief Meteorologist Ginger Jeffries joins us now with actual numbers. Ginger.
We're going to run out of glorious words to use this evening. Great, wonderful, beautiful, but hey, folks, this is a place to be right now. Take a look around the Coachella Valley. Just a gorgeous day outside. Not enough wind, and wind not in from the northwest. That means we're going to stay the course as far as the numbers go. And right now, we're still holding down triple digits in Palm Springs, about 97 in Thousand Palms, still at the century mark in La Quinta. Dew points are going up overnight. We're going to get a little moisture along the coastline, and as that moisture hugs the coast, we trap that capacity in overhead, resulting in a case of the muggies over the next couple days. The only way we'll get rid of that is some wind, and as you can see, current wind speeds just not happening. In fact, the strongest wind gusts we can find, 9-mile-an-hour winds in Cathedral City. So until the pressure comes together and results in a little bit of wind for the valley, we are stuck with high dew point values and accelerated temperatures. So when can you capitalize on some cool conditions? conditions. Notice at about 3 o'clock in the morning, that's when we see our overnight lows, and we're dropping down to about 82 degrees. But why I want you to take a look at this is notice as the sun comes up, so here's your time ticker, our temperatures actually go down. When we have so much moisture overhead, when the sun comes up, we peel off a layer of the atmosphere and we cool down a little bit. The reason I'm telling you that, I want you to get outside and get that morning walk in because temperatures are going to be skyrocketing over the next couple of days. Our satellite picture shows we've got a little bit of moisture to the north of us. It's a part of this cutoff low that, well, it's temperamental. It's going to draw down some cooler energy and kick that into the coastline, but cut us off from any of that cool air. So, folks, we are looking for our numbers to continue to be on the high side. Tomorrow, here we go, your day planner, 88 in the morning, 106 by midday. It's mild overnight, but temperatures during the day, well, they're rather summer-esque. What happened? Where have I been all summer? 106 tomorrow to the east end of the valley, 105 in Coachella. I've got 107 in Palm Desert, 106 in Cathedral City, right about 104 in Desert Hot Springs through the pass, upper 90s. Yes, all of these numbers are elevated, 98 in Morongo Valley and 102 in 29 Palms. I mentioned change in the 7-day. Well, kids, we've got moisture on the move. We'll get a little break in the mercury by Thursday and Friday. That's setting the stage for subtropical moisture to come our way by Saturday and Sunday, a buildup of cloud cover and potentially some thunderstorms around the valley by Sunday. Of course, here at KMIR and our weather team, we are going to keep you ahead of the storm all the time. And I just want to introduce you to Sumata Smith. You're going to see her here every morning, and Brian Gallo. You know, I know that rhymes with a wine, right? That's how I'm trying to remember. That's the only way I can remember it. So, so you are now welcomed into the KMIR weather team, and we are going to keep you with the most accurate and complete forecast in the Coachella Valley. Back to you guys.
We know we can count on you three. Thank you so much. Of course, other big changes going on around here lately, huh?
Yeah, you might have noticed it. It's been a long time in the making, and we're finally debuting our fancy, shiny new look here at KMIR News. The centerpiece, of course, is the new news desk. But in addition to the desk, you can also see Ginger and the rest of the weather team in the area's only full weather center. And all this work began in early August. Dozens of people working tirelessly behind the scenes and in between newscasts, I might add, because it's the same studio. So we were still doing 5 hours a day of live local news while they were building the set around us. Also, we have some shiny, fancy new graphics to go along with this new set. And again, dedicated, hardworking teams putting this all together for us. And I think it came out pretty nice.
I would say so. I mean, really, the team here has been absolutely incredible in bringing all of this together, and we hope you enjoy it as much as we do. Moving on now, he made it from the valley to the big leagues.
But what comes next for former NFL cornerback James Dockery? I'll look at a life after football for a local star.
At El Pollo Loco, we've added flavorful twists to your favorite tostadas, like our chicken and shrimp fajita, mango double chicken, and pineapple salsa. They say you can't improve upon perfection. We say they haven't tried our new tostadas. Taste them today. El Pollo Loco, crazy you can taste.
Mom, I love that we're spending the weekend together.
I know. Hey, why don't you turn off your phone and all your stuff?
Good idea. It's off. Mom?
Oh, my internet is so slow when anyone else is using it.
Did you, want to do something?
I am doing something.
Leave slow internet behind.
It's good to be back.
The 100% fiber optics network gives you the fastest internet available for all your devices. Get out of the past. Get Fios.
Wishing for a better night's sleep? Banner Mattress has the largest selection of Tempur-Pedic in the area. Many models to choose from, like the all-new Tempur-Flex or the Tempur-Breeze. Cool to the touch, removable, washable, and right now add an adjustable base for only $6.99. Plus get no interest for 48 months or a free gift card up to $300 and free same-day delivery.
We're your Tempur-Pedic elite retailer.
Going on now.
Fundamental difference. It's a phrase that's used a lot at Renova Solar and SunPower. It means it's not just business as usual. It means Renova worked hard to be the first nationally accredited company. It means SunPower, an American company, has more than 200 solar patents and the most advanced and efficient panels available. And it means great partners for your solar. Whether you buy or lease, Renova Solar, local, brighter, better, and fundamentally different.
Meet Kyle.
You name it. Dust, pollen,
and pet dander.
he's allergic to it.
Stanley Steamer is the first carpet cleaning service to be certified asthma and allergy friendly, eliminating an average of 94% of common household allergens like dust, pollen, and pet dander for a cleaner, healthier home.
Goodbye, Mr. Steamer.
Bye, Kyle.
Now get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned, just $99.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer, your certified cleaner.
El Pollo Loco's new 3-course family chicken meal now comes with your choice of 3 salads, like bacon avocado, Mexican cob, or fajita. Some decisions are made with your heart. In this case, go with your stomach. New $20 3-course family meal. El Pollo Loco, crazy you can taste.
The odds of a high school football player suiting up for an NFL team on Sunday is less than 1%. But Palm Desert High School cornerback James Dockery beat those odds. He made it to the NFL, but returns to the Coachella Valley to celebrate his high school team's success.
As a matter of fact, last Friday, he was on the sidelines for one of the Aztecs' biggest wins. Our Julie Bueller caught up with James Dockery. She's in studio now with us to tell us all about it. Julie.
That's right. Dockery actually hosted his first ever football camp for local youth this summer, and then he was on hand to see his high school team post a huge win over their biggest rival. He's seen success in the NFL and told KMIR what life beyond professional football looks like. James Dockery spent time with 3 NFL franchises over 5 years, but after missing the cut for the Raiders this summer, he's looking at life after football.
They always say this is a tough, transition to the, the real world after being a professional athlete, and I can see how that is, very, very true.
And while he's enjoying a little break from the daily grind, he's begun a few business ventures with a college teammate, Brandon Harding.
I look forward to the next chapter. For us now to be able to start on an entrepreneurial standpoint is pretty exciting for us. It's a little scary, but we're having a fun time doing it.
But since moving on from Palm Desert High School, Dockery has made a commitment to the community, hosting his first youth football camp this summer and making sure he's on the sidelines for his Aztecs' biggest wins.
About time, man. About time. Let's go. I'm tailgating tonight. I'm turning up. It was great. As you can tell, my voice is not all the way there because it's still gone from Friday night. Being removed from the fan side of football for so long to finally get back out there and, root for Palm Desert on the sideline, that was great.
The flag game is the heated annual rivalry between Palm Desert and La Quinta, and this past Friday, the Aztecs won the game for the first time in 9 years, finally competing at the level Dockery tries to teach young athletes that he works with.
That's what we try to talk about at my camp this summer, that when we have the kids come out there, we just wanted to have fun, but we want to compete because, everybody knows, life is about competition and being able to, move up the ranks and stuff like that. And it's not all for fun. Right now it is for fun in high school, but just to take that, that mindset that I need to outwork my competition and strive to get better and strive to improve.
Such an important message for local youth. And of course, the other local player who made it to the NFL, DJ Alexander, plays for the Chiefs, and they face the Packers tomorrow night in a primetime matchup. Dockery said he'll be watching and rooting for his fellow Aztec at his mother's house here in town. I'm Julie Bueller, KMIR News.
All right, thank you, Julie. Well, it was a repair job with one little mistake.
Oh, wait until you see what was accidentally buried underneath a brick sidewalk. It ends well, though. That's the good news.
There's no one road out there, no one surface, no one way of driving on each and every road. But there is one car that can conquer them all. The Mercedes-Benz C-Class. 5 driving modes let you customize the steering, shift points, and suspension to fit the mood you're in and the road you're on. The 2016 C-Class. Lease the C300 for $399 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer.
Got milk?
You shouldn't have to empty your wallet to fill your tank. Nissan makes America's most fuel-efficient full line, and one car that uses no gas at all. Choose what's right for you, like 0% APR for up to 72 months on the 38 mpg Highway Nissan Altima or the 40 mpg Highway Nissan Sentra. Hang on to more of your money. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Innovation that excites.
We believe personal, honest, and dedicated service is most important.
At Comfort Air, being local and servicing the Coachella Valley for over 20 years, we know what you expect. That's why we at Comfort Air believe when you call, you will talk to an experienced professional with only one goal, providing you with what you want at a great price and the service you expect.
Let Comfort Air show you how easy it is to upgrade your system and save you money. Make the easy choice. Call Comfort Air.
The aromatic annual called tobacco.
Closed captioning brought to you by the Coachella Valley's #1 volume Nissan dealer, Palm Springs Nissan. Get 2015 Nissan closeout pricing now.
And on the brighter side of the news, residents taking matters into their own hands to save the life of a dog buried alive. This happened in a Russian town. Apparently, city workers repaired a sinkhole at the steps of a building.
Yeah, repaired it just too well, apparently. Afterward, residents heard a dog barking from underneath those new bricks. Well, the city apparently refused to do anything, so residents, well, they jumped into action themselves, pulling up the bricks, pulling out the grateful dog. Oh, and by the way, the dog is pregnant, and the good news, she is doing great, just fine now. Wondering what the heck?
What was that?
Whoa.
All right, before we go, one last check on our weather.
Temperatures are above the normal range, and they're going to stay that way, but then we've got a little bit of a temperature break by Thursday and Friday, and a chance of thunderstorm development by Sunday.
Ooh, just in time for the weekend.
Yeah,
huh?
right.
All right, thank you again. Welcome. Great to have you here.
It's great to be here.
That does it for us. Thank you so much for watching tonight.
We'll be back here at 11 o'clock with all your local news and weather. We'll see you then.